Hey there. Welcome to an evening stream. I don't know how long it's going to be, but I want to play some Magic the Gathering. And I don't have a deck built, though I probably could play some format with all the cards that I have in this game. But we're going to draft another set I have never seen before, Edge of Eternities. Apparently it's like a spaceship one, so the last one we did, I'm forgetting the name of, Everdrift maybe, was like mounts and vehicles mainly, and this one I guess has like planets and spaceships and stuff like that. I don't know. Like I said, I've never seen it. I'm also trying something new, and that's going to be to have music playing that is clearly copywritten music. Some jazz that is just sort of newer jazz tracks we'll listen to. But if you're watching this on YouTube, that jazz isn't going to be here. I'm going to maybe download something to put in behind it instead, but you're going to be missing out. So don't sleep on the live streams, especially if it's like a late night card game style kind of thing, like a chill night. We're going to be listening to music that you're not going to hear over on YouTube, or even in the VOD for Twitch if everything works correctly the way that I have it set up. We'll find out. That said, let's get started with the music. You'll have to let me know if the music is too loud or not loud enough. I tested it a little bit right beforehand, but this is all a new setup for me, so we'll have to see if I've got it right. Actually, wait, keep it that way. Sorry, I'm messing with the audio levels a little bit here to start. Maybe that's good. We'll see. Okay, but yeah, let's start the draft just like we did before. Using, you can't see them, but I'm using 750 gems in the top right corner. I only have 760, so after this I could use 5,000 of these gold to play again, but hopefully I win enough. Like if I win, well shoot, if I win 7 games, then we more than make back our 750 gems. But even like 5 wins would be really great, but I don't anticipate doing that well since I've never seen the set and I don't really know what I'm looking at. But here we go. Moonlit Meditation. Enchant artifact or creature you control. First time you would create one or more tokens each turn. Hold on a second, I just realized I might have double audio somewhere. Hey there, the loose wig. Yeah, cards and jazz. It's just like 1920s. Sorry, let's call it 1919 Prohibition backrooms. You know, we're doing the same thing. It's all the same. Poker night's going well. Okay, back to the cards. Enchant artifact or creature you control. The first time you would create one or more tokens each turn, you may instead create that many tokens that are copies of enchanted permanent. Interesting, but I'd have to have a whole situation of creating tokens. Surveil 1, then you draw a card and lose 1 life. Void. If a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn, or a spell was warped, which I don't know what warped means, draw another card. What is warped? I see, oh, here's a warp cost. Let's see. Warp. You may cast this card from your hand for its warp cost. Exile it at the beginning of the next end step. Then you may cast it from exile on a later turn. So it comes into play whenever a land you control enters, create a 2/2. So basically, this enchantment would come into play for a turn, for 2. get exiled, and then you can put it back into play for 5 later. Huh, interesting. But you can play it twice. If a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn, or a spell was warped this turn, draw another card. They too are playing Magic and Gathering and drinking it. This is iced tea. This is iced tea. I discovered today that I think stevia tastes bad. They put stevia sweetener in this, and I don't like it. Not one bit. It's also like the biggest cup of all time. You might not be able to tell because I'm also big, but like what do I have here that can be a size comparison? Here's a Super Nintendo controller. Here's a regular Nintendo controller. See that? It's a big cup. Really big. But yeah, we're doing it the same as them. It's too loud. It's too loud in my ears. Maybe it's not too loud in yours. I need to turn it down even more. Maybe I turn it down there and turn it up for you. I'll leave it. You let me know. If you want me to turn the music back up, I'm happy to do it. Cut propulsion. Target creature deals damage to itself equal to its power. If that creature has flying, it deals twice that much damage to itself. So this is a great removal spell. We already read this. Whenever a land you control enters, create a 2/2 colorless room. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, create a 1/1 colorless drone, artifact creature token with flying, and this token can block only creatures. 2 for a 2/2 is fine. Second spell. It's not very often you're casting 2 spells a turn and limited. Unless you've got some really good stuff going on. Focus Fire deals X damage to target attacking or blocking creature, where X is 2 plus the number of creatures and or spacecraft you control. Have we seen a spacecraft yet? We have not. Star Breach Whale. Flying. When this creature enters, surveil 2. This can also warp. So this can be a 2/2/3/5. It can't block or attack though, because it's only in for the 1 turn. Interesting. Okay. When this creature dies, create a lander token. Sacrifice this token. Search your library for a basic land card. Put it onto the battlefield, tap, and shuffle. That's not bad. This spell costs 1 less to cast if it targets a blocking creature. There's a blocking creature. Every creature has +2/+0 and gains indestructible. Deals 4 damage to target creature. Pretty straightforward, pretty good. Ice Cave Crasher. Trample. Cost 4. Whenever a land you control enters, this creature has +1/+0 until end of turn. 4 for a 4/4 with Trample used to be like better than average. That card, even without the landfall ability, that card used to cost 5. Maybe it would have been a 5. When this equipment enters, attach it to target creature you control. Equipped creature gets +2/+1 and has reach. Reach means they can block flying. So when you play it for the first time, it just attaches. But if you need to move it to someone else, it costs 5 to do. Not great. Here's a spacecraft. Costs 7 to play. When this spacecraft enters, it deals 10 damage to up to 1 target creature. So it's killing a creature. It is a station, which I don't understand yet, and it has a 7+ thing. Playing 7/7 station. Tap another creature you control. Put charge counters on this spacecraft equal to its power. So I tap a 2/2. I put 2 charge counters on this station. It's an artifact. Wait, what? Station only as a sorcery. It's an artifact creature at 7+. Oh, once it hits 7 or more of those charge counters, it becomes an artifact creature with flying and is a 7/7. Interesting, not great. Let's take this removal spell. Although, it does look, well, it's normal for blue not to have stuff that has equal power and defense. Let's take this. safe pick. You can even splash red if removal is all you have for it. Whenever a non-token artifact creature, whenever a non-token artifact you control enters the battlefield, create a colorless artifact token named Munitions. And munitions are when this token leaves the battlefield, it deals 2 damage at any turn. So I would need a way to sacrifice artifacts. Whenever a non-token artifact you control enters, create this. Okay, so that doesn't help me. Counter target spell. If the amount of mana spent to cast that spell was less than its mana value, you draw a card. Interesting. So if I counter something being warped, I draw a card in addition to this counter spell. Wow. Equipped creature gets +3/+. This is cream. This is Cash Rules. This is a jazz cover of Cash Rules Everything Around Me. Wow. Okay. Equipped creature gets +3/+1. Void. At the beginning of your end step, if a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn, or a spell was warped, attach this equipment to a creature you control. Target creature's -2/-2, which is great. Void would be -10/-10, which is wild. Okay. Weft Stalker Ardent. Whenever another creature artifact I control enters the battlefield, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. And it can warp too. That's not bad if I want to go pick with red here. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, create a lander token. When this equipment enters, create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token and attach it. So, oh, it costs 5. For 5, I'm creating a 3/4, and I can move the +1/+2 and flying equipment later for 3. Okay. Ilvoy Operative. Whenever you cast your second spell, put a +1/+1 counter. Again, I think casting a second spell probably doesn't happen too often unless you're drawing lots of cards. Temporal Intervention. This spell costs 2 less. Oh, so Void is... Okay, never mind. This spell costs 2 less with Void. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose an... Okay, so this is a Duress. What are we discarding? Non-9 card. Frontline War Rager. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 2 or more tapped creatures, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. 7 for a big guy. Costs less if you have different named lands. Okay. Shattered Wings is a card of old. I think... Man, what's the best card here? Whenever another creature artifact I control enters play. Still pretty good. I'm gonna take this, just stick it red. Annul. Love Annul. Specimen Freighter. When this enters, return up to 2 target non-spacecraft creatures to their owner's hand. So for 6, you get a bounce, and then you can power it up into a card milling 4/7 flyer. I don't know if that's good enough. When this enters, create a lander. Whenever a land you control enters, creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain vigilance and haste until end of turn. Hemosymbic Bite. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, another target creature you control gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is this creature's power. So on its own, it's a 1/1 that gives something else +1/+1 when it gets tapped, which usually would be attacking. When this equipment enters, attach it to a creature you control. It gets first. This is a good trick. That's a permanent trick. A permanent bonus on top of the trick, I guess is better said. When this creature enters, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. It costs 6. long as an artifact entered the battlefield under your control this turn, this creature can attack as though it didn't have a defender. As long as an artifact entered the battlefield under my control. So far we don't have any artifacts other than self, if I were to take that. One Death Touch. Melded Moxite. When this artifact enters, you may discard a card. If you do, draw 2. Sacrifice this, create a 2/2 robot. So pay 2, discard a card, draw 2 cards. Then pay 3 for a 2/2. So really it's 5, discard 1, draw 2, get a 2/2. I don't know if that's good enough. I think I'm going to take this right here. We'll see if we end up white. Well, it was red. Sacrifice another creature or artifact. Surveil. Surveil. Keep it on top of graveyard. Got it. Create a lander token. Then you may sacrifice an artifact. When you do, it deals 2 damage to each creature. 2 damage to each creature for 3. You can sacrifice the lander that you've just made to just do it. Or you can sacrifice something else. Destroy target artifact or tap creature, gain 3 life. We're taking this. Let's look at the other cards. Creatures you can roll, get +2. Control, get +2/+0 until end of turn. If it's not your turn, untap them. It's interesting. It's a pretty good trick also. Cryo Shatter. -5. The enchanted creature becomes tapped or is dealt damage. Destroy it. Basically turns it into a wall that can be shattered quickly. We already saw that. Target creature or spacecraft. Just Gravpack Monoist. When this creature dies, create a tapped 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token. Not terrible. Replaces itself, sort of. But we're taking Radiant Strike. Okay. The beginning of your end step of a non-land permanent. Oh, yeah. You draw a card and lose a life. It's pretty good. +5, though. Whenever a land you control enters, this creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. So this can be a 2/4 attacker or a 0/4 blocker, generally. Not great. Take this. Mechanizoa. When this creature enters, tap target artifact or creature an opponent controls, put a stun counter on it. Has warp, so you can do that for 3 and then do it a second time for 6. This is Menace, and Void gives it a +1/+1 counter. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, draw a card. Reach. At the beginning of your end step, if a non-land permanent is warped this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. That might just be what I take. Oh, this is interesting. But I think we are just taking this creature. We don't have any creatures. That was a big roar. Okay. Scour for scrap. Find an artifact or return an artifact. 9/9 warp 3. You may cast this card from your hand. Oh, can you warp at instant speed? No. Only if it were an instant could you do that, right? You may cast this card from your hand for its warp cost. Exile it at the beginning of the next end step. So playing this for 3. Why would I play this for 3 ever? I don't get it. Maybe I'm missing something about how it works. This creature enters with a +1/+1 counter on it. When this creature dies, put its counters on target creature you control. Not bad. Counterspell. This is a mana leak. As long as you control an artifact, this creature gets +1/+0. We saw that already. It's a duress. Target creature gets +3/+0 and gains first strike and reach until end of turn. Another trick. How tricky can we get? Nutrient block. When this artifact is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card. So you can basically pay 3 to gain 3 life and replace this card. That's not great. Let's take this. Okay. This guy again. I think we take the Frontline War Rager. Unless we want to go blue. Also, whenever an artifact you control enters with a +1/+1 counter target creature, unless itself is a 1/3 flyer, or we just take this. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 2 or more tapped creatures. Also, this cute fucking corgi? Holy cow. Home Companion. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, you gain a life. Put target card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. Wow, but we have to take this. We can't take that guy. Maybe we should have gone blue. There's a lot of blue still. That seems pretty good. I'm going to take the Chrome Companion instead of another Rig for War. We only need so many tricks. We already have a lot. Then I guess I'm going to take this just to have it. It feels like I'm not going to play this card, but maybe I'm wrong. Let's get rid of a null for my opponents, even though it's just bots. I'll actually be playing real opponents, but corgi butts drive you nuts. Is that what it says? Oh no, I thought you were reading the flavor text. Liberation Station's morale greatly improved after Rover took up residence. His name is Rover. Look at that little doggy. I guess we'll take this. And this goes into the sideboard. I think I'm gonna put, well, I guess let's just take it. 0 point ballad. Destroy all creatures with toughness X or less. You lose X life. If X is 6 or more, return a creature card put into a graveyard this way to the battlefield under your control. That's a really incredible card. Do I go black just because that card is so good? It's a bomb. I can't imagine there's anything better in this pack. Put a +1 counter on target creature, draw a card. Veil X, then draw. Oh, this is an instant speed 5 cost draw 3 cards though? Wow. Okay. Blade of the Swarm. When this creature enters, put 2 counters on it. Choose one. 2 counters on it, or an exiled card with warp on the bottom. That's cool. Obviously, removal is great. Roving Actuator. Exile up to 1 target instant or sorcery card with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard. Copy it. You may cast the copy. That's also very good. It's not as good as this though. Strike we already have, but we would love more. Okay, I think we have to take this. And you know what? We could splash black for this, actually. Splash black for a Wrath of God? Sounds bad to me. Whenever this spacecraft attacks, you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. That's pretty cool. And it has flying, of course. Sunstar Lightsmith. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. I guess warping helps cast extra spells. I don't know. Seems not great yet. We are now open to black cards, red cards, or white cards at this point. It'd be nice to get some land to help with that color mixing. Surveil 1, then draw a card and lose 1 life. If something was warped and whatnot, draw another card. So it's basically pay 2, surveil 1, draw 2, lose 1. When this creature enters, exile each opponent's graveyard, create a land or token. This creature enters with a +1/+1 counter on it for each other creature and or artifact. That could be pretty incredible. When this creature enters, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2, but that costs 6. This is far better. Okay. Have Land Seeker. When this creature enters, create a lander token. At the beginning of your end step, on your next turn. That's crazy to keep track of, but okay. Sacrifice that token. So it's a lander that I would have to use within the next turn, or by the end of the next turn. 4 for a 3/3 with haste, and it can warp? Holy cow, we're taking that. And it's a cat. While the Kavaran tiger has been extinct for centuries, its renowned ferocity endures. Oh yeah. Timeline color. We need to be wary of cards that have double colored mana in their casting costs now, if we're going to actually play 3 colors. Although I suppose I could end up cutting white, actually, at this point. I only have 2 white cards that are actually good. You may cast this card from your graveyard using its warp ability. Oh, and then it warps, and then it can be... So this thing just never dies. Ooh, maybe we're going black-red, buddy. You just had a bean burrito from Taco Bell? That sounds great. I'm not sure what I'm going to eat after stream, but I am going to need to eat something, because I have only eaten once today. I had a double-double, which I know you wouldn't eat, but it was delicious. And then I had a grilled cheese, which also I guess you wouldn't eat, but closer. But a grilled cheese with extra tomato and extra onion. Honestly, sometimes I prefer the grilled cheese over the burgers. It's just like a salad with a salad in a sandwich with cheese and sauce. Well, I guess the sauce is a normal thing. Anyway, Taco Bell sounds good. I should not have Taco Bell after also having In-N-Out for the day, however. Starfighter Pilot. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, surveil 1. Not super interesting. You removed the cheese and onions. I'm surprised about the onions. Why the onions? Oh yeah, bean, rice, onion, salsa. Sounds great. When this creature dies, this is a good card. Maybe we're going... Oh no, we're taking this if we're taking a black card. Kavaran Turbo Drone. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains haste. Pretty good. I think I'm going to take this and no longer take white cards. Onions hurt your tummy. Oh, I didn't know that. That's very limiting in a lot of ways. But I'd imagine especially for you. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Sacrifice this creature. Search your library for an equipment card. No. Territorial Bruntar. Raw onion specifically, I see. Whenever a land you control enters, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. You may cast that card this turn. So it's basically like drawing an extra card. Pretty good. Cost 6. Target creature gets -3/-0 until end of turn. If that creature's power is 0 or less, destroy it. I like this card. It's an interesting little trick / removal. Especially if I'm gonna drop the white cards. I'll be losing a trick. Let's take this one. This is a 4/4 with Death Touch as long as you control an artifact. It feels like I'll control an artifact most of the time, but maybe not. Maybe I have fewer artifacts than I feel. Plasma Bolt deals 2 damage to any target. Plasma Bolt deals 3 damage instead in certain situations. We take you. It's an almost lightning bolt. How do you not take that? You're in red already. This is a cover of something too. I don't know it as well, but it's a cover for sure, right? Add 1 mana of any color, sacrifice this artifact, draw X cards where X is the number of differently named lands you control. This isn't the worst thing if I do end up going 3 colors, but I feel like I'm probably not any longer. And I would like to take this. This is of interest to me. It's an artifact. It gives things haste. Lifelink. Whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, this creature gets +2/+0. I would like to take that and then start finding red cards that make artifacts again. Now, I do kind of wish I had taken that opening red rare that made those 2, those little bombs basically, that if they get sacrificed, they do 2 damage or something. Survey Mechan. Flying and hexproof. Hexproof means a player or permanent with hexproof can't be the target spells or abilities your opponents control. So I can still target this. It's a 1/3 flyer for 4. For 10 mana, sacrifice this creature. It deals 3 damage to any target. Target player draws 3 cards and gains 3 life. This ability costs X less to activate, where X is the number of differently named lands you control. Is that better than this? Draw 2, lose 2. Oh, but with Void, it's draw 2, opponent loses 2. Let's take it. Another Comet Crawler. Destroy target non-land permanent. This ability costs 3 less to activate if you attacked with a spacecraft. Even at 6, it's not terrible to just be able to destroy any non-land permanent. Oh, this is here. Well, we have to take that. I can't believe that came back to me. We'll take the white card that we like the most, just in case we need it. This creature enters +1/+1. The warp cost is interesting because it does the thing that we want there. I think this is better, though. I'm going to put the white cards into the sideboard just so I can see what my deck is shaping up to be as we go. But we'll see. We'll see by the end of this last pack. I mean, here we are. Another reason to play white. Spells you cast have affinity for artifacts. How do we not take... Like, this is an incredible card. Unfortunately, it costs 6. But it's still a bomb. Double Strike and Vigilance... Yeah. Entropic Battle Cruiser. At 1, whenever an opponent discards a card, they lose 3 life. At 8, I mean, we're gonna take this, right? It's cool, it's fun, it's an artifact, it's a spacecraft. Unless I take this, but no, we take this. So now we are going to splash white, no matter what. So we do want Radiant Strike. We don't necessarily need anything else. Why is this over here? Okay. So the only white cards we can take are single white mana cost. And they need to be either a trick or a bomb. Or like removal or a bomb, I should say. Like, this is not good enough, even if it's good. When this creature enters, return up to 1 other turn. Yeah, like, this is a good card, but I just can't take it here. each opponent discards a card. Well, that works with my Entropic Battlecruiser. It can be sacrificed to other stuff. It's an artifact, so if this gets into play, it makes other things cheaper. It's not a great card, but it maybe is my best option here. Destroy target non-permanent. They create a lander? Well, shit. I guess we're taking that. Wow. The white removal in this is pretty incredible, huh? Sure. Another white. Oh, hang on. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 2 or more tapped creatures, create a 2/2 colorless. This is bad. We're going to be playing 3 colors, and we don't have any mana fixing at all. When this land enters, sacrifice it unless you tap an untapped permanent you control. Add 1 mana of any color. Yes. Hold on. It's really good too. But we need the mana fixing. It sucks. I'd rather have this or this. This is only when it enters. It's not... I think having the 1 is good enough. Let's take this. Target creature is +3/+2 until end of turn. If that creature was cast for its warp cost, it also gains trample and haste. Interesting. Do I have much with warp? Probably not, because I didn't see much there for it. This one has warp. Oh yeah, that guy has warp. Big time. Anyone else? This guy has warp. The tiger has warps. I guess it's not the worst thing. I'm probably not going to play it though. We'll see. Drill 2 deep, destroy target artifact. There are a lot of artifacts in this game, or in this set, I should say. However, I think just big creature is helpful. A 4/4 with Death Touch isn't like that exciting, really. Options though. Target creature is +2/+0 and gains indestructible. That's a good trick. Turn target creature. Value 5 or less. That is most of my deck, obviously. Sacrifice an artifact or creature and this. And create a lander. So we're basically replacing. I think we'll take that. Okay, good luck to me. I don't think this deck is particularly good. However, it is good enough, perhaps. I'm gonna move all of the white cards over here. Don't know if they'll be good enough. I also don't think this is... Wait, where's my sideboard? How do I see my sideboard? I mean, I know it's above, but how do I... Whatever Trivial Alarmist said must have been very alarming. Where's Trivial Alarmist? Or did I pass it up? I think I passed it up, huh? Oh, I don't have it, so I can't see what its flavor text is for you. That would have been fun. Anyway, I think this goes away. I'm so confused. There should be a drop down for my sideboard here. There's just not. Okay, what else is not good? This isn't good enough, I don't think. Although, hold on. I do have my one Tropic battle cruiser, and it can just destroy an artifact, of which there are many. I don't need 2 of these. Let's pull all of my battle tricks. So like pluses or minuses to power or whatnot. Because I think I might have too many of them. I also for sure have too many of this guy. He's not that great. I also think maybe I'd get rid of this, but I don't know for sure. We'll think about it. This isn't a good 4-cost card. But this is also... Oh, yeah, we probably don't play Sammy, Ship's Engineer here. Whenever Sammy was down on their luck, they returned to an old comfort, the clinks and clanks of tinkering. Okay. Alrighty. I think Sammy's got it. Sammy. Oh, they're both Sammy. Oh, look at that. I didn't know they were both Sammy. This Sammy's gotta go. This Sammy can stay. The hard way it is. Okay, so, man, are we really playing white for these 3? I think we get rid of this, and we get rid of one of these full bore. Drill too deep is not good enough. Draw 2, lose 2. It's not that great. Paying 3 to draw 1 extra card is really all it is. And then I think we just get rid of a frontline rager and whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, it gets +2/+0. I don't really have a great way of like producing lots and lots of dudes, so I think that's the one that goes, unfortunately. Although he works really well with the timeline caller, I can just bring him back over and over again and keep gaining the life that I just spent to pump it. Maybe that's actually a good enough interaction to keep. Good song. Maybe we get rid of another one of these. Favor of keeping the creatures that we have, and we already have plenty of removal otherwise. Propulsion is great. Litho breaking is decent. Which it costs 2, but then it wouldn't have the lander attached to it. Oh, I just realized the landers help me with my mana fixing too, so that's actually moderately important. I think maybe we get rid of one of these. Or one of these. These are just too good, though. I can't get rid of straight removal. That's really all it is. Yeah, I think Rig for War. Okay, we're playing a bad 3-color deck. Let's see how it goes. Marker, so I know where to edit that. Oh, Trivial Alarmist was not a card, it was the person that was a spammer. Got it. I understand. You know what they said. You don't need to wonder at all what they said. Oh, I almost banned Nightbot accidentally. Okay, here we go. What time? How much time do I have before? Oh yeah, we have time for a game before a break. Let's get going. Good luck to us all. Hope I'm playing someone who is bad at this game because my deck isn't great. Gosh, you're asleep. What a silly guy. Hello, Jay. Trivial Alarmist does sound like a card. That's why I totally thought that that's what you were saying. Wow, I drew 2 of my 3 planes. I guess we're keeping this, though, because I can play 2 of the 4 cards that I have, and I'll likely draw a swamp rather quickly. Godspeed. Thanks. If I don't draw a swamp, we're in trouble. Although this emergency eject... No, that creates a lander for my opponent. Never mind. Take a picture of Twigsworth. He's so silly. Mountain. That's my color. Surveil 2 becomes a 2/2 flyer at 4. No reason to play... Nope, that's not true. I was gonna say no reason to play the planes now and let them know that I'm in white, but it's just not true. I'm gonna warp this. My first warp. Whoa, look at that. It's warped. So now I can cast it for 4 still. There's no downside to warping, really, other than that it pumps my opponent's void cards. Okay, this enters tapped. When it enters, sacrifice it unless you tap an untapped permanent I control. So I can just play it, tap my planes, and then I can play my Virus Beetle. And I have all the colors in the world. Oh, it comes into play tapped also. Whoop. Oopsie. But at least we have all the colors that we need. Although the only card that has multiple of the same mana symbol on it is double black, so maybe that's a problem. There's the second black. So it's cool. I think I want to play this and then immediately depressurize this Lux Night Breacher. That'll make it so that he's less likely to even be able to turn this into a creature this next turn. So you got rid of Litho Breaking. Normally I'd want to wait because that's instant speed, but if he untaps, the moment he untaps, he's able to do this. Oh, it is sorcery speed, I guess. But it would likely be the first thing that he does, right? Just like that. Okay. I'm gonna warp this in. Then play the Red Tiger Meccan. Next turn we can play Sammy. I have 2 artifacts. So all of my cards will cost 2 less, which is incredible. Hey, little Minxlet, what's going on? How long ago was that? Did you say that like a million years ago and I feel bad? Either way, I hope you're doing well. Appreciate you being here. You just got here? Good. I was so focused in on what I was doing on my turn, I wasn't sure. Hey, this is a lot more like the streams that you first joined in with, huh? Card games and music. I guess I was playing Tunic sometimes during that time period too. I mean, how do we not just play this? It's too bad that the tiger got, but it is what it is. I could play both of these. If I play this, then next turn I can play all 3 cards. It's just a matter of whether or not he has another removal spell. And if he does, that's a real bummer, but I guess we just have to accept it for what it is. It also would have been nice to have, I can't remember what card it was in my deck, but there was something that gives other dudes haste. You just got back from a week down south at the beaches. It was a good time, but you missed your computer and gaming. Well, getting away from your standard day-to-day life is an important thing. I'm glad you got a chance to do that. This costs 7. Remember this creature or another Cavu enters exile this hotline. For as long as that card is exiled, you may play it if you control a Cavu. Oh, I see. Okay. I don't have any way to get another artifact into play, but I can play all 3 of these permanents if I were interested in doing so. Which I probably am. I also have Emergency Eject. If he has some sort of trick. This has Hexproof, which could be a problem, but I think we're just going to start with an attack. No, we're not. We're going to start with this. And we're not going to have 2 tapped creatures. So this. Then we are attacking with this. He's just going to sacrifice something, I imagine. Double Strike is so good. A week away at the beach. That's a hell of a time. Whenever I've recently been on any sort of like vacation or whatever, it's been a little, like at least 1 or 2 days less than I normally would have done previously. Just because of Twigsworth. So I guess in the last 2 years, I've basically never been away for more than, I want to say 4 days. And even that, I think it was like 4 days, 3 nights kind of thing, you know? Oh shoot, ads are gonna start soon. I'm gonna snooze the, oh no, I meant to snooze the ads. Oh no, I pressed run ads accidentally. Well, ads are happening. Sorry, everyone. I didn't mean for that to happen. I was going to take a break during the ads. I was going to snooze it. Gain control of target artifact or creature until end of turn. Untap that permanent. It gains haste until end of turn. If it's a spacecraft, put 10. If you do remove 10, it's not a spacecraft, so none of that matters. Gain control, untap it, it gains haste. I think that this is okay. It's not good, but it's okay. Unless he has a way to sacrifice it also, then we're pissed. So we just do this and say cool. Unfortunately, that means that the affinity ability is no longer, but that's okay. You brought the dog. That makes sense. That does make sense. I wish I could get Twiggy to frickin' put on his gosh darn harness, because then I could take him wherever I wanted, you know? They gave up before I could attack. Well, I guess now the ads are going. I'm gonna take the break that I was planning to take. And then we'll play some more games. I'll be back in just a sec. Alright. Oh, my chair sank. Guess when I got up. Got up here. Oh my god, it's so low. Alright. Oh, we get the music going again too. Need to figure out a button for start and stop of the music too. You're never getting over the pronunciation of Pokemon in that ad. What was it? I didn't hear the ad you're talking about specifically. Let's play again though. The old ad for Pokemon Red. Was it a Japanese ad or was it an American ad? Or something else? I think I only have Japanese and American ads in there though. Sarah Miles, okay. May have been dubbed, you're not sure. If it was in English, then it probably was an American ad. It's a good hand. If I draw another swamp, it's really good. It was like Pokemon. Yeah, I mean those early days of Pokemon, it was really a crapshoot whether or not you were gonna get any good pronunciations of anything from Japan like that. I was thinking about casting this for its warp cost, but trading 2 life, it's not that interesting to me. If I'd had a second swamp, maybe I would have been more interested, but I think we're just holding on to it until it makes sense to play more directly. Sarah Smiles, okay. Sarah Smiles. Okay. When this enters, Mill 3. Sacrifice this creature, return target creature or spacecraft from your graveyard to the battlefield. You hit 3 swamps. That is interesting. As is this. Because now this has haste, but I can't attack into that, obviously. Do I still play it? I think no. How old is your dog, Little Minxlet? You had them for a long time? Oh, about the same as Twigsworth then. That's great. I'm a little annoyed that Cut Propulsion cannot kill this Seed Ship Brood Tender. Hoping that doesn't come back to bite me. not going great for me. I can play this now. But I'm thinking I'm likely to play Radiant Strike instant speed next turn, and then... that's not true, because Roving Actuator I can't play and have it do what I need it to do. People don't understand. You got to Portugal and immediately started hunting so that you could get the dog you wanted it. And then if you had to go back within 6 months, you could take it home. Oh, that was... what was that? Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. So it just killed it. I understand. It wasn't very complicated at all. So I can now Radiant Strike this. That sucks. I wish that I had some other way to destroy it, but I just don't. And then we can play this for the warp cost, which then lets me play it for its normal cost on a future turn, which is really cool. This is a very cool card. It's like the never-ending little 2/2 with haste. There's always, not always, there are often little black, or like small black cards, black creatures that do that kind of thing, but this is a very cool way of doing it. Just playing this. Oh man, I think this dude having those 3 swamps milled is creating a big problem for them. Or probably her, actually. Sarah Smiles. We'll try to say they. I did that during the last Magic stream, and I just couldn't get it into my brain that I should just be saying they every time. We just do this, waiting for the coffee to kick in. It'll get there. This giant cup is iced tea that I've been drinking throughout the day. I still ended up needing a nap though. I actually kind of feel like I have accidentally become a weirdo that sleeps in 2 chunks every day instead of like I'm getting around 6 hours a night now when it used to be 8 to 9 hours. But I also am finding that losing that 6 hours at night means that I really like need to take a 1 to 2 hour nap middle of the day also. And honestly, it sucks. It's one of the best sleeping schedules. It can be. It's gonna depend, like at some point this year I need to get a job. That's something that has to happen for me. Like within the next year, I should say. And it just depends on what that job might end up being, you know? Like, could be incompatible with that kind of sleep schedule. We'll have to see. I do like it though. Like it is great from an everyday standpoint. Like, get up, do some stuff, have lunch, take a nap for a couple hours, stream or do whatever for the rest of the night, edit video, whatever it's going to be, have dinner time to go to sleep, you know. And I can stay up later too because I can push the time that I'm doing that to later. I think I want to do this, which is kind of maybe crazy. You used to stay up until all hours, sleep 2 to 4 hours, and then you would sleep from 10 to 12. It was so rhythmic. Yeah, like I like doing it. I'm not saying that I don't enjoy the rhythm of the day, but like there's a few problems. Like one, if friends are like, "Hey, let's hang out all day," they're not going to give me time to take a nap middle of the day. So it's just like incompatible in that regard. But then second, I also can't get a normal job and can't maintain that same hour set. It'll be fine. Everything shall be fine. Each creature you control with toughness greater than its power assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. Okay. So if I play this... Oh, actually I could play it for less and still have... mana open for a trick, and also get an extra 1 damage from Weft Stalker on the next turn. Yeah, you're both here. Magic always takes focus, and you are always the distraction. No, it's not super distracting. If I were playing a more it's possible that if I start playing in ranked games and stuff, I might pay more attention or pay less attention to chat, but honestly, probably not. It's not that serious for me at this point. Bye-bye. Game. Sorry you got screwed on those 3 swamps in your graveyard immediately. We're in Bronze Tier 3. So far for 2 wins, we've gotten 200 of the 750 gems back, and we get a pack along with it, which is worth how much? A single pack is, oh, I don't even know where to go to get packs. Store, I guess. A single pack. How much is a single pack of something? 260. 260. Wait, how do I... resume here. So this really is the equivalent of 460 gems back. You had a friend try to get you into the games of Magic when you were 14 or so, couldn't get into it. I've been playing Magic since I was young elementary school, like probably 3rd or 4th grade, I'd say. But you know what? I can tell you exactly when it was. I'm just going to look at Magic set release dates. I started playing around... No, I don't need base set. I need expansion sets. Ice Age and Alliances was 96? Here we go. Okay. 95 was when Ice Age came out, but I started after that. Yeah, Mirage was already available as well. So it was around the end of 1996, maybe into the middle of 97. A couple friends of mine were like literally playing on the playground. They had a pre-constructed deck that they had gotten. Probably, I would guess that they had an older sibling who got them into it. I immediately took to it and was like, this is incredible. I got my mom to take me to a shop. I bought a couple booster packs without realizing that that wouldn't be enough to like actually play the game yet. And then convinced her, once I learned how the game actually worked, to go to a shop that now no longer exists, unfortunately, to get a pre-constructed deck. And it was the Tempest pre-constructed deck that included the Avenging Angel, and it was so freaking cool. I was so excited about it. I don't need the white mana yet, so let's do this. Chrome Companion first. Chrome Companion is a reprint, right? Sorry, I missed that. You really enjoyed the novels, and the magic system is fascinating, especially once written, but you're just not a deck builder. I'm also not much of a deck builder, actually. That's one of my weakest things. I almost always play decks that are built by... when I'm playing pre-made decks, I should say. Or when I'm sitting down with a deck that I have made ahead of time, like at a tournament or at a friend's house or whatever, I always will have gotten a list from someplace. Maybe I'll tweak it a little bit, but it's like a list that I found on the internet for my own purposes in that regard. Put a target card from a graveyard on the bottom of his owner's library. Let's just do this. Tap this. My turn. I like these limited format games where you have you're either drafting cards or you're given a small pool of cards and you're building a deck out of that. I'm not the best at it, but it's fun because it sort of, to a degree, evens the playing field between me and other people who are better at deck building. Because with the limited pool, you don't need as much skill in that regard. You still need to be good at deck building, but it's not as important as it is with a big 60 card deck or a 100 card deck for that matter if you're playing Commander these days, which almost everyone is. But yeah, like whenever I was playing in tournaments and like seriously playing Magic, going to Pro Tour qualifiers, stuff like that, it was always either a deck that a friend of mine built and we were testing together, or it was a deck that I found on the internet and maybe tweaked for my local metagame a little bit, but otherwise, that was all I was doing. And it was all I wanted to do, really. Beginning of your end step, you control 2 or more tap creatures, gain 2 life. I guess I can depressurize and then use Roving Actuator to depressurize a second time, if that makes sense to me. Why can't I grab this? That was weird. But yeah, that first time I got that Tempest deck, so that would have been later 97. Because Tempest was already out for a little bit by that point. I basically never stopped. There have been times where I'd go years not playing Magic, but it's always this thing that's in the back of my mind, like, man, maybe I should just play some Magic right now, you know? I can't believe I don't have another creature. I don't want to play this until there's something I can do with it. Well, we're killing that. I think we just do it now. At the end of their turn. We're actually 1 away from this 0-point ballad being its best version of itself, too. Which is great, obviously. Okay. Shit, maybe I just have to play this for having a creature. We don't need to rush. We're in control of this game. We've had more removal than them. This is a 3/2 that's going to die to Litho Breaking. Like, we're good. When this enters, they get a Plains or a creature with mana value 1 or less. Oh, that's interesting. Because Litho Breaking will probably kill a creature that they get in play. I bet. They got a land. We could save this, but I kind of feel like... no, we can save this. We can save it. It's funny that this doesn't have haste itself. I would have expected this to cost 4 and have haste, but the game's mechanics and balancing are way out of whack from where it used to be. I think I do this because I can sacrifice this. That way he's wasted his depressurize, basically. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice an artifact or creature. Return target creature or spacecraft card from your mana value from your graveyard with mana value 5 or more. I think we just go and grab this Caveron Turbo Drone again. Kind of isn't the best, but could be worse also. 5, 6, 7. Actually, I can do that and also Roving Actuator to kill his dude. That's the target. Sacrifice this. Then play Roving Actuator. To depressurize the Beamsaw Prospector. There we go. Now we're cooking. He does have... Oh, he has the lander. It's too bad that he had exiled... Wait, where did my... Oh, that was a different game. I was thinking of the last game. I had that 5-cost dude that got exiled, but no. Oh, no, he exiled this. Does he have a third color? Probably not. No. This song is called Just Relax. I don't know if it's the most relaxing, but it's something. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't think it's terribly relaxing. I agree. Honestly, I think it's just their instrument choice more than it is the actual music itself. Like this specific, I assume it's a keyboard, but the keyboard synth sound is not a relaxing sound. Oh, sorry. Return target creature enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay. Relax, that's an order. Like, as soon as they stopped playing that instrument, it became a relaxing beat again, you know? It's very strange. I will elaborate, and that's a threat. I think I'm keeping the... no, we want to thin the deck. We've got to. I guess a mountain is in order here. Still drew a land. Okay, so... we need 3 to do this. Then we attack. They discard a card and lose 3 life when they do. Hi, Twiggy. a set. Yeah, even just piano or a normal keyboard sound, that would have been fine. Just that specific instrument is outside of the depth of that term, relaxing. Boo! So this can't get that back, but it can steal one of his creatures. Such as Dual Sun Adepts. But maybe we don't need to do that yet. That's with emergency, pull the lever, etc., etc. I think we just play this normally. There's no reason to warp it, right? It's possible I should have done this instead to give it +1/+1, but it already had haste, so it's less valuable that way. Belgrave Ship. This guy's gonna be so mad when I 0-point ballad right now. Okay, if I attack with these two, he could block. If he does, that's okay. Yeah. Then I don't have to 0-point ballad here. I can play this, which will be able to block this next turn. Even if I can't, I'm taking 13 isn't a big deal. This is a 5/6 flyer. Yeah, I think I play this and save the 0-point ballad for a following turn if there is one. Hey there, Jay Charlem. Thanks for the raid. I really appreciate it. For some reason, my Twitch alert didn't go off, or I didn't hear it. Let me replay it, because you deserve it. There it is. Did that already play and I just didn't hear it because I was so focused? It didn't go off. That's what I thought. Oh, he did a thing. He did the thing that I was gonna do. I'm glad I waited. How's the draft going? It's going well. How was your stream tonight? Let's hit the shout out button and see what you were playing. You were also playing Magic. Yeah, this is so far a fine draft. It was good. I'd never seen the set before. It's interesting. I early drafted white, a couple white removal cards that were very good, but pivoted away from white almost immediately. So yeah, we just have a splash of white because even after I pivoted from white, I ended up getting a bomb mythic rare. It's like red, white, and 4 for a 4/4 double strike that gives everything affinity for artifacts. So I ended up just playing white anyway, but it's just a splash of white for a couple 2 removal spells and that card. It is a fun set. I've never seen, like, I feel like I've never seen anything quite like the station mechanic, which is pretty cool. I really want him to play that card that's in his hand, but it's probably a land if this person is actually good at this game. But we're still in control. Let's keep going. Yeah, it is a fun set. I like it quite a lot. Were you also drafting just the quick drafts like I did today? I also haven't played a lot of Magic in the last couple of years, but went to a commander night with a pre-constructed deck, and it was just like a casual event, not a tournament or anything like that. I guess I should read what this does. Sacrifice this creature, search your library for an equipment card. That maybe is okay. Still at 19, we're fine. But yeah, I went to this commander night. It was thrown by a friend of mine who has started a small side business going to like conventions and stuff and selling online cards and whatnot. And so he threw this event. I went. It was a pre-constructed Final Fantasy. No, wait. Was it Final? Oh yeah, it was the Final Fantasy VI pre-constructed deck. It was fun. I had a great time. Met some neat people and played Magic for the first time in person in, gosh, at least, I mean, since before the pandemic for sure. So, you only have pre-con commander decks so far and got into the game recently. I see. I've been playing since I was a little kid. We were actually talking about that earlier tonight. My first pack of cards was an Ice Age pack. And my first deck of cards that I bought was a pre-constructed Tempest deck. So I was in like, it was 1997 or something. So it's been a while. I used to play like, I was never professional by any means. And I never actually played on the Pro Tour, but I did go to Pro Tour qualifiers and do relatively well. I think I had one top 8 in a Pro Tour qualifier once, but wasn't able to go to anything. I went to Grand Prix more often than Pro Tour stuff, actually. Those are no longer a thing, though. But anyway, like I said, I wasn't like great. I just was pretty good, especially locally. Played with friends a lot. Went to a tournament almost every week, sometimes more than one a week. Yeah, the last couple of years I haven't played much, but just got back into it. It's fun. I'm trying to keep it casual and not like go out and buy a standard deck and go to tournaments again, but we'll see how that goes. I have to mulligan this. That sucks. This is better? Question mark? Ew. I'm more likely to draw a swamp than the... I think I have to keep it. Yuck. And then we'll get rid of the Sky Warden. Both the Sky Warden and this Sammy Wildcat Captain are so expensive, but I may as well keep the better card. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for the raid. Did you only draft the one time tonight, or did you draft multiple decks? What was the feel of the evening for you? And I agree, quick draft is less stress. I like drafting with a clock a little bit, but when I've never seen the set before, it's just not realistic to do. You're still pretty slow. You feel like you're getting the hang of it. How long have you been playing? You said you got into it with the Final Fantasy cards. Does that mean you've been playing, is that less than a year? Or is it more than that now? Also, was Final Fantasy in Magic Arena? Since June. Oh yeah, that's just a couple months, dude. That's pretty cool. Honestly, drafting after only playing for a couple of months, that is surprising and impressive. I feel like most people don't feel comfortable doing drafts for whatever reason, even though I personally find it easier to draft than to build a standard or limited, or sorry, standard or extended deck or whatever. Is that what they call it now? Extended? I don't know. We will not block that. No need. Vigilance. This creature gets +2/+0 as long as you've cast 2 or more spells this turn. Okay. I think we just have to pass, unfortunately. Oh, hey, Professional Pog. Nice to see you. 3 games of pre-constructed standard and then played your first in-person draft. Oh, were you streaming IRL draft? Is that what you're saying right now? Or am I misunderstanding what you're telling me? Because that's pretty cool. This sucks because my removal cannot kill this Bright Spear Zealot. Not great. Not great. Not terrible, but not great. Professional Pog, what time is it? I mean, it's 10:18 p.m. where I am. Oh shit. It's pickle roulette time while I'm in the middle of a game. Oh no. What do I do? everybody, if you're unfamiliar with Pickle Roulette, you can redeem, I think it's set at 1,000 channel points. Yeah, 1,000 channel points. We'll switch over to the Pickle Roulette scene in just a second here. After I let this guy take his turn. But there was a candy that there is a candy that was released not too long ago called Sour Punch Bites, Pickle Roulette style. There are 4 flavors in this, and they all look exactly the same. Those 4 flavors are watermelon, green apple, lemon lime, and pickle. And I really dislike the pickle flavor. I like pickle flavor generally, but in this candy, it is really bad. So that's what, it's there for a reason. You don't need to be worried about it. So what that means is, as soon as I have a moment to step away from this, which is like now, I'm gonna pull out a candy from this bag, we're gonna eat it, and we're gonna see how it goes. I'm also gonna set up a prediction. So if you'd like to use your channel points to predict which of the 4 it is, you're gonna be able to do that. However, keep in mind, I'm gonna set it for 2 minutes. Keep in mind that if no one bets on the winner, you will just lose your money and no one wins. So just, you have 2 minutes. 2 minutes to make a prediction. Watermelon, green apple, lemon lime. Those are the options that we have here. I have to pass. That's right, you get to gamble, and I get to eat 1 piece of candy, and it has the 1 out of 4 chance of being absolutely terrible. Oh, I see, Jay Charlam. Sorry, you were saying you only played a couple of real games before you played draft for the first time. Got it. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. There must have been a good set of people teaching you if they were like, hey, let's also draft, and you can learn how to do that. I love that so much. A +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. I think we have to do this now. Gambling is good for the soul. I hope both of you win. I don't know if that's possible based on whatever you've selected, but feel free. Anyone else that's just hanging out, not talking in the chat yet, you also have points. And if you don't yet, you can always follow and you'll get more points to spend, I promise. It's pretty cool that way. I do not have any land. Should I do this now? I think we're fine. I can just do this. We'll wait 1 more turn. Once the prediction is over, we'll switch over to our Pickle Roulette scene, and you'll be able to see the full glory of the Pickle Roulette. Beginning of your end step, if you control 2 or more tapped creatures, so we want to have tapped creatures if we can help it. Arena went a long way to teach you the game, and YouTube was a good draft primer. I've been a huge Commander and Pauper player for a long time. Pauper is basically type 1 or whatever, vintage or whatever we call it now, but with only commons and uncommons. Is that right, Professional Pog? Okay, here we go. We're at 12, but we're definitely in the driver's seat right now. I think we attack, and if he blocks, we can cut propulsion to kill this dude. We're definitely in the driver's seat. Uncommons and commons only. But it is like all the way back, like every card that has ever existed. Commons and uncommons only. Probably with a couple caveats there, I imagine. As long as it was printed in an uncommon common rarity, regardless of set, it can be used. So certain rares can be used because they were printed common uncommon at some point. Hey, thanks for the follow. Very appreciated, Jay. Very much appreciated. How did he kill that? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, because he had cast 2 spells. Wait, how did that die? Oh, Banishing Light. I missed the Banishing Light. Okay. That's okay. Let's do Roving Action. Oh, wait. I can't do what I wanted to do, which is Roving Actuator into a Cut Propulsion. But if I attack with this and it dies, then I can do that sort of trade one for one. I think that's worthwhile, actually. Because he only has 1 card in his hand. And if he doesn't do it, then I just play the Battle Cruiser and it's fine. Okay. Okay, we're gonna head over to the Pickle Roulette now. Briefly. I guess I could put the game like up in the top corner or whatever, but welcome to the Pickle Roulette, everyone. We're gonna take a candy out of this bag. Thank you to Professional Pod for redeeming the 1,000 channel points. And we're gonna find out, is this watermelon? Is this pickle? Is it green apple or is it lemon lime? Here we go. I've got incredible news, everyone. At least for me. It's my favorite of the 4. Watermelon. Thank you so much for the watermelon candy. We gotta go back to the game. And let me hit that prediction. Where do I manage that? Here we go. Ooh, it looks like nobody bet on the watermelon. Sorry to hear that, everyone. But the good news is, I won. It is good. Man, this is not a great situation for me to be in. I ended up with just not enough mana, was the problem. Oh, but I can do... Okay, hold on. I can warp this. Play the actuator. This doesn't matter. Oh, why didn't... Or a spell was warped. Did I... I'm so confused. Why did the... Exile up to... When this creature enters, if a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn or a spell was warped this turn, exile up to 1 target. Why didn't I get to do that ability? I warped this. I warped it. I'm so... What did I do wrong? Maybe warped means exiled and not warped? Feels bad what just happened. I'll tell you that much. Fuck. I don't understand. I think, did it have to be played first, then warp? Oh, you know what it was? Wait, no, because if it was warped this turn... I played the Stalker for... Did it have to be played first? No, it's... The Void thing is when this creature enters, if a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn, or a spell was warped. Warp is this ability here, on the Ardent. It's basically a way to play a card for its warp cost. It goes away at the end of a turn. It says first strike. That's so bad. This sucks. I'm losing this. I was trying to target this cut propulsion to kill his Sunstar Lightsmith. I just don't oh, it costs too much. It's 2 or less. The instant or sorcery has to cost 2 or less. That's what I missed. That was good job, Jay. You figured it out. I was the one that missed it. Well, shit. I have lost this game, as it turns out. Was it because of the pickle roulette? The world may never know. I would posit to say probably not. Anyway, back to reality. We put this pickle roulette bag away so that the cat doesn't accidentally snip it and get sour pickle flavor all over his face. Okay. No, it's my that game. I didn't draw land early on. It was tough. If you want to take the credit for the loss, feel free. But let's just keep going. I think this deck is better than I thought it was. I tend to avoid 3-color decks in sets that don't seem to be made specifically for that kind of thing. But it worked out. Yeah, have a good one, Jay. Thanks for the raid. Thanks for hanging out and for the follow. And for betting on the pickle roulette. I'm sorry you lost your channel points. It happens to the best of us. Professional Pog, you'll see the warp more obviously in this situation on turn 2. I'm gonna warp this red tiger mech. In and out, yeah, I had in and out today. That was my lunch, but I got this giant iced tea so that I could put it in the fridge and drink it tonight to get some caffeine in my body. Oh, I guess you are not going to see the warp because now I can't attack. Oh no, this is a 3/3. So I'm gonna pay the warp cost. It's only 2. It comes into play. Because this has haste already, I can attack with it. Normally that would not be the case. But otherwise, most of the warp cards have some ability for when they come into play. And now at the end of my turn, it goes to this out of play zone, which I guess is still just exiled. And I can play it for its normal cost still. When this creature dies, okay. Man, that artifact that grabs stuff from my graveyard is slightly less good than I thought it was. I didn't realize that it was 2 or less cost for that. Not great. Well, I guess we're probably going to cut propulsion on this dude so as not to take 4 to the face, 6 to the face on the next turn. We'll see. Hopefully he puts an enchantment on it or something. That would be cool. Of course, we're not that lucky. I could also just take 6, but I don't have a creature to play for this next turn. That's not true. I have this. But I'm attacking with it. I don't have any blockers. So we just gotta get it. Gotta get it. What are you up to tonight, Professional Bog? Oh, you asked me a question. I didn't see it. Do I play Brawl at all? I don't know what Brawl is. Can you explain to me what Brawl is? I guess we'll hold Radiant Strike for this thing. It's 2-player commander on Arena. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. That's cool. I've never played it. I've only played one. That's not true. I was gonna say I've only played one game of Commander, but I've played a handful of Commander games. Hold on a second. Let's see what he attacks with. Hopefully everything. A friend of mine used to bring his Commander decks to work years ago, and I would play with him. And then I recently played in a Commander event, like a casual Commander event, and I brought a pre-constructed Final Fantasy VI deck that was a lot of fun. It was pretty cool. It's basically a pseudo reanimator deck, but not quite. And then, yeah, I guess that's it. So I've never made a deck of my own for Commander. I am thinking about maybe figuring out something that's a little bit more in line with the types of decks that I like to play. But I also don't have any money to spend, so that's probably a bad idea. I'll read that message in just a second here. Why was this huge? Oh, it wasn't. He warped this to gain 2 life. I understand. At the beginning or end step, if a non-permanent left the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on this. If I attack with this and he double blocks, I can only kill 1 dude, which is a bummer. However, then I can play this and it is larger than his worm, and I will have traded. I think I make out slightly better than he does in that situation. Let's do it. Okay, it's been all right. You were supposed to get an MRI on your neck, but you told them to let you out of that thing when they went to slide you in because you didn't appreciate the cage around your face and the tight space. Yeah, MRIs are not a good time. I've seen more recently. Sorry, hold on. I've seen somewhat recently that some MRI machines are actually larger than they used to be, both because we as Americans are larger than we used to be, and also they want to create more space basically for people, which is great as far as I'm concerned. I think I attack again. Because this also is going to get the void ability if I can get it into play. I also don't know with 100% certainty that what I'm saying about MRI machine sizes is true, but that is my understanding of the situation. Could be wrong. I make out slightly better than he does. Yeah, that's good. I would like to. No, we want to kill this guy. What are we doing? Okay, and then Skittermaw, who's actually going to be a 3/3 turbo drone. This doesn't matter. Navy medicine doesn't like upgrading things, so you wouldn't know anything about that. Yeah, that makes sense. I know you said that your significant other is still active. Do you live on a base? You know, morbidly obese people have to go to a zoo for one? Oh, that's a bummer. I mean, it's cool that there's an option, but it's still sad and it's kind of embarrassing, I imagine. Let's play this beetle. Let's see what happens here. What do you got? You live next to Kadena Air Base in Okinawa. Oh, I didn't realize that. That's cool. I love Japan, man. I've only been to Tokyo, but gosh, it's a great place. Maybe 5 or less. Okay, let's bump this up. We're going to attack with it. If I attack with this too, it may end up trading with this, but I don't care to do that. Okinawa is slightly different. Yeah. It's more of a old style place, it seems like to me. And then we'll do this. We'll sacrifice the beetle. And then we'll get voided. Everybody gets a token. Everybody tokens here. Interesting that you say you hate Okinawa, though. I've heard at least for visiting purposes, it's a very cool, slow down pace kind of place, especially compared to Tokyo. But I imagine living there, it's a pretty rural space, right? You'd say Americanized and filled with resentment towards Americans. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that of Okinawa. We're at 4 wins already. I mentioned at the start of the stream that if we get to 5, we're going to be basically, we will have made our gems back. Sort of. 6, truly, we would, and we would get a pack. We're 4-1 right now. Oh, behind me, underneath my back, it shows 1 loss. Yeah, I guess I don't know a lot about Okinawa beyond what I've heard from people traveling there briefly. But, interesting. I know that there's a couple here in Southern California, a couple restaurants that are specifically Okinawan cuisine, and I really love them. I'd like to, so that kind of thing makes me want to go there. Oh shoot, we have ads starting. Oh, I'm wrong. They're 3 minutes away. It's super overpopulated, and U.S. service members are typically staying to themselves, but the bad apples ruin it for everyone. Lots of assaults. Yeah, I understand that. I mean, I don't understand it, but I can see that being true. Cool to be a tourist, but rough to be stationed here. The food is amazing. See, honestly, when I travel, almost always when I travel, the only thing I'm doing is eating. I want to keep this, but shouldn't, but I'm going to, because I can play this. We need to find a swamp. There's the swamp. Like, my itinerary when I travel is basically figuring out restaurants that I want to go to, and then figuring out stuff near those restaurants that I can go do. Parks, museums, landmarks, whatever. You love yaks and shabu shabu more than anything else? Your life loves ramen. What is yaks? I wonder if I know what that is and I've just heard it called a different name, maybe? Shabu shabu and ramen, though. I'll eat all day. Oh, it's the Japanese grill with like coal, like on a coal fire, not fire, like hot coals with a grate over it. Is that what it is? It's pseudo all-you-can-eat meat buffet. Yeah. Sort of a Korean barbecue type thing. I've eaten that before, for sure. We're attacking with both of these. I think we're just taking it. We don't need to worry about this at the moment. Especially because this Chrome Companion can block the Thawbringer. That's fun. I'm thinking I'm going to depressurize the sweeper. Chrome Companion can block that if we need to. When this creature becomes tapped, another target creature you control gets +X/+X. Right. Do I pass and then hold the depressurize for the turn? I'm unsure. Ads are starting in 1 minute, it turns out. If you don't want to see those ads, you can always subscribe. Otherwise, you'll see some ads for 3 minutes. I'm just going to keep playing because we're in the middle of a thing, you know? I think I have to play a creature here. You went to Osaka and Kyoto in May, and that was super cool, other than walking 10 miles a day, which didn't bother you because you're still kind of used to it. Osaka also is an area that I would love to visit and haven't had a chance to. Kyoto too. I mean, yeah, everywhere in Japan seems great. Tokyo is cool, but it's busy, man. That's a busy place. Well, that's a bummer. If I had not played it, this thing would be dead. I'm gonna do this. This is why you don't splash a color in drafts, kids. Don't have the ability to play it. I think we just depressurize the worm wall and take 4 on our next turn? Jesus. No, we play this. If he has removal, we're just dead. That's interesting to me. He has to play a card, right? Another 4/4 though. Jeez Louise. Oh, and we can't depressurize that. Uh-oh. We've lost this game. That's okay. You made friends with a champion kendo guy who runs a place that teaches you to make your own kunai and shuriken. He's supposed to come play airsoft with you. That sounds cool. Sure, I had fun. When I was in Tokyo, I made fast friends with so many random people at different sushi bars and cocktail bars and stuff. Like, they still send me text messages whenever the Dodgers are doing well, which is basically always at this point. And this was, I went, when did I go? 2014? I think I went to Tokyo in 2014, and I still occasionally get a message from somebody when there's like exciting news on the Dodgers, because especially now with Ohtani being on the Dodgers, they're like so stoked. Ohtani and Yamamoto. Goodness. What a team. This is a good hand. We would like to draw one more land to keep us moving. One more land early, I should say. We're going to play the Virus Beetle first, so that on our next turn, the command bridge can tap the Virus Beetle, and I can still play the Red Tiger mech for its warp cost on the next turn. Unless he counters this, which is crazy to me, but okay. Wow. Cool. In that case, we're going to adjust our plan a bit for the turbo drone. Cellcraft Mechan. When this creature enters, you may sacrifice an artifact. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter. So it's just a 3/4, but if he had sacrificed an artifact, he could have gotten it to be a 4/5 with and drawn a card. I see. You've escaped the ads. Yeah, they're only 10 seconds away before they're back. Do you have an ad blocker? Which would be fine with me, by the way. I support ad blockers. I use them all the time for myself. It is not a problem for me. Let's think about this. If I play... Whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. That's not going to do the job for us. Oh, I see. You watched them all. Oh, that means you didn't even... Did you hear me talking about making friends with people in Japan? I guess probably not. Not in the slightest. Sorry. Okay. What I was saying is that when I was in Japan back in, it was a long time ago now, so 2014, I was in Tokyo for, I think, a total of 4 nights, I want to say. Not a super long trip, unfortunately, for me. But I still am getting messages from people that I met at sushi bars, cocktail bars, and just like out on the town kind of things. Just people who like were sitting somewhere and we started a conversation. They wanted to try English. I had a Google Translate set up so that we could just speak in Japanese back, or like we could speak to my phone and it would translate audibly back and forth for us, which is an awesome thing. On here, let's do this. But those people still message me today occasionally while I am or like whenever the Dodgers, something is happening with the Dodgers. So like, you know, Ohtani and Yamamoto are on the team, I get a message. Ohtani does his like the super incredible almost 50 home runs, 50 stolen bases or something like that, get a message. Back before that, even like Dodgers win the World Series, get a message. Dodgers go out in the finals of the playoff, in the World Series, whatever, like all these things, I'm getting messages all the time because, you know, that was like one of the few things that we could connect on immediately when they when I was over there. That is a big creature. What can I do about it? Nothing? Cool. That is enough to block all of it, I suppose. Yuck. But my point was, I agree with you that people are very interested in like becoming friends, even just being friendly or whatever, but like getting to know random people is a very normal thing, it seems. Wow, he can activate this ship right away? Fuck, I lost this game, didn't I? Unless I draw my Wrath of God, which I do have. This isn't good though. You get messages from a couple dudes you met in South Korea while on a training exercise. One guy was named Cho, and he was hilarious. You gave him 100mm Marlboro Red. And the first thing he does is take off his pants and compare the size of the cig? Weird, dude. Very weird. Let's see. If I do this, it will die to a block, but it will stop this from existing. Which kind of has to happen, doesn't it? Can also pull in the Sky Warden, but that's just... Okay, let's do this. Give it double strike. I mean, give it +1/+1 in haste. See if he blocks. If he does, it's a trade, which I don't like, but it's the best I've got at the moment. Marines from any nation are a different breed. The gayest straight dudes you'll ever meet. Yeah, I believe it. I feel like that's kind of typical of man's men. Oh, that was in quotes. I realize I'm off the screen a little more than normal. Another big boy. I think we take this and hope to find something good. No. So now we're just gonna block until we find our Wrath of God, basically, which sucks. We're sacrificing this. We're just super defensive now at this point. We can't really do much else. Golly, that's only a 5/6 though. It's not good enough. Oh. Stop the bleeding there. You kissed every dude in your platoon just because someone told you you wouldn't. Happens. sounds... Oh, we didn't... We lost 2 in a row. So we got 4 wins. That means we got 450 gems in a pack back. The bad news is that that's not enough gems to be able to draft immediately again. I can spend gold to do it, which I probably will next time. However, I think that's going to do it for the stream.